Praise the Lord. I'm Pastor Kevin Williams Jr.
And I'm First Lady of Barbara Williams.
We greet you in the name of Jesus Christ, and we invite you to watch our sermons and Bible studies, that it may be uplifting to you.
And please visit our website, gbwtalbion.org.
And remember, we love you in Jesus' name.
It's time for the most important part of service, which is the Word of God. And my mother, she means the world to me. She's done so much for me. And I'm so thankful for her. So without any further ado, I'd like to present to you Evangelist Georgia Brunson. She'll receive her by saying amen.
Praise the Lord.
Praise the Lord.
Praise the Lord.
Praise the Lord. I've been having a high time over here. I've been tuning in. Amen. You can be seated. Thank you, Lord. Thank you, Lord. Thank you, Lord. I just want to thank you, Lord. This year I'm going to worship. Oh, you've been so good. You've been so good. You've been so good. I just want to thank you, Lord. You made a way. You made a way. You made a way. Oh, you made a way. I just want to thank you, Lord. Oh, you've been my friend. You've been my friend. Oh, you've been my friend. I just want to thank you, Lord. Hallelujah. That song is my testimony.
Thank you.
If you've always been surrounded with folks you consider to be friends, maybe you can't relate to that. But that wasn't me. He's been my friend. At my lowest point, he was there. I think about what David said. He asked a question. He said, "Whither shall I go from your spirit? Whither shall I flee from your presence?" He said, "If I ascend into heaven, you there. If I make my bed in hell, you there." He says, "If I take the wings of the morning and fly into the uttermost parts of the sea, even there, your hand gonna lead me. I'm gonna feel your presence." I honor my best friend this morning. In case you don't know by now, that's God. Amen. He has been with me always. The lowest point, when my back was against the wall and it looked like it was over, he made a way. He's been with me in the midnight hour. Hallelujah. He's been there. I honor him today. I'd like to honor your pastor, Pastor Kevin Williams. That's the man with the vision. Every time I get out of my car, when I come here, I'm looking for something new. Look, what are they doing? What have they done lately? And I thank God for him. I thank God for First Lady Barbara Williams. Thank God for also the Women's Conference chairperson, just a lovely, sincere woman of God. I praise God for her. They are power couple.
Amen.
I thank God for honor my pastor in his absence, Bishop Shepherd Clark. I want to honor my family. I thank God for the sons and the daughter He's given me. I got a daughter and didn't have to have her. The daughter and also the grandbaby. I got a grandbaby now.
Amen.
And I just thank God for His goodness. I love your Woman's Day Revival. I love your theme.
Amen.
You're one shout away.
Yeah.
You one shout away. That's good news, y'all.
Amen.
That means you're on the brink of your breakthrough.
Oh yes. Oh yeah.
I don't know what some of y'all going through, but this is encouragement for me. You know, so many people, they are think they're going down for the last time. This is good news. You are one shout away.
Yeah.
You're one hallelujah away. One song away. One dance away. Don't y'all know that the darkest hour is just before daybreak? Hold on.
Oh God.
The enemy is coming in like a flood. I don't know what's going on. This is speaking to somebody
Hallelujah.
here beside me.
Yes.
You're going through. You don't see your way. Hold on. Weeping may endure for a night,
Yes.
but your morning is on its way. In the morning, there's the promise of joy.
Hallelujah.
In the morning, there's a promise of deliverance. In the morning, there's a promise of a breakthrough. So hold on. Don't let the devil cause you to go in the towel. Give up. Turn your back. This is not the time for any of that. It's time to go forward in God.
Thank you, Jesus.
Because our God has promised victory, and we serve a God who delivers.
That's right.
He makes good on every promise. If all the promises of God are in Him, yea and amen, to the glory of God. God can't lie. If He said it, He gonna do it. The word goes out of His mouth, and I don't care what you go through. It's got to come to pass. If God says you're blessed, you've got to be blessed. If God says you're more than a conqueror, I don't care what you go through, you've got to come out because you're more than a conqueror. God said it. Hallelujah. I'd like to invite your attention to Joshua. I'm going to be reading a few verses. Joshua 6, verses 15 and 16. And I'm also going to be reading 1 Peter chapter 1 and verse 7. Joshua 6 and 15 reads, And it came to pass on the seventh day that they rose early about the dawn of the day, and compassed the city after the same manner 7 times. Only on that day they compassed the city 7 times. And it came to pass at the 7th time, when the priests blew with the trumpets, Joshua said unto the people, Shout, for the Lord hath given you the city. 1 Peter 1 and 7, that the trial of your faith, being much more precious than of gold that perisheth, though it be tried with fire, might be found unto praise and honor and glory at the appearing of Jesus Christ. The key verse is found in Joshua 6 and 16. And it shall come to pass at the 7th time, when the priests blew with the trumpets, Joshua said unto the people, Shout. 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 Make a noise.
Hallelujah.
For the Lord hath already given you
Yes.
the city. Amen. You can be seated in the presence of God. And on this morning I want to speak on when you hit the wall. Shout. When you hit the wall. Shout. You're going to hit some walls.
Yeah. Yeah.
On our journey from earth to glory, Bible lets us know that many are the afflictions of the righteous. The Bible lets us know that we have been called to suffer. Jesus said, He that loveth father or mother more than me is not worthy of me. And he that refuses to suffer let's take up your cross. We all got a cross to carry.
Amen.
And comes after me is not worthy of me. So you're going to find yourself in some real dark places. We sing that song, where you lead me, I will follow. Yeah, that song sings real good. But how many are willing to really go with him? He's going to lead you in some dark places. For the Hebrew boys, it was a fiery furnace.
Yeah.
He's going to lead you to some dark places. But you got to be willing to follow. Because he's with you and he's promised victory. Today's lesson, it deals with the children of Israel. And God, he chose them. He said his love on them, he chose them when they were few in number. I love how God chooses the least likely. He chose them when they were few in number. He promised to make of them a great nation. And when you look at Abraham, who was the progenitor for the nation of Israel, you see in the 12th chapter of Genesis that it is God makes this promise to Abraham. And you know how, God had, since the creation of man, they were always falling into sin. And after the Tower of Babel, we see that God, he reaches into mainstream humanity and he pulls out one man. So I'm going to deal with him. It's through him I'm going to bless all the families of the earth. And he tells Abraham, he called Abraham out, he said, I want you to get out of your country. I want you to leave your kindred. I want you to leave your father's house. I want you to leave your comfort zone. Because I got better for you. Yeah. And he said, I'm going to make of you a great nation. He says, I'm going to bless those that bless you. I'm going to make your name great. He goes on to say, in you all of the families of the earth are going to be blessed. And with this blessing, you will think, oh wow, it's going to be all peaches and cream. But no, that's not the way. Yeah. God calls us out of our comfort zone. He calls us out of the world, and he's leading us to glory. But there is a wilderness experience in between there. And we got to press on through it. We can't give up. Yeah. That's a wall. We can't throw in the towel. That's just a wall. We got to shout. We got to trust God. So here he lets Abraham know, after he makes the promise to him, he goes on to say, a few chapters later, he appears to Abraham in a vision. He said, I'm your shield. I'm your exceeding great reward. And it goes on. He tells Abraham, I want you to know something. I made this great promise with you. But I want you to know y'all can go through some things. Right. He said, know of a surety. He said, your people are going to dwell, they're going to be strangers in a land that's not theirs. It gets worse. And they're going to serve them. He goes on to say they're going to be afflicted for some 400 years. But even though they're going through all of that, the promise is still good. Right. Because he goes on to say after that, they're coming out. And they're coming out better. They're coming out with great substance. That's 400 years. That's a long time to have hit the wall. That's a long time to stand. That's a long time to continue to look for a deliverer, a way maker. But because of the promise of God, they had to come out. Yes. So we see Israel, they were forever hitting the wall. There were some obstacles that they had to hit. Slavery was the first wall that they had to hit. And if you are a student of the word, you will see that Israel will go into captivity 8 times. That's right. 7 times was for their own disobedience. But the first time they go there, it's because of the promise of God. And you look at that. Sometimes we see people going through situations. We see people going through the valley. We don't understand. And sometimes we're not careful. We'll look at the situation and say, well, what did this man or this woman do? What sin did they do to bring this on themselves? I'm here to let you know that some things that you're going through is for the promise of God to be revealed. Yes. Some things you are going through is for God to show up and show himself strong. Some things that you are going And what this king did was he made them into slaves. Hallelujah. And the Bible lets us know that they cried out to God, and God sent a delivery in this, by the way, or in the person of Moses. So hallelujah, slavery was a war. Another war that it was when they came out of Egypt. They needed direction. The Bible lets us know that God was with them. He was a pillar of a cloud by day. He was a pillar of fire by night. He didn't leave them, y'all. And the Bible lets us know that when Pharaoh's army came after them, the pillar that was before them and moved from in front of them and moved behind them. And what it did was, it was a shield. It was a barrier. What it did was it gave light to the Israelites while making it dark. Hallelujah. Pharaoh and his army. Won't God do the impossible? And the Bible lets you know that he led them.
Yes.
And hallelujah, they get to the Red Sea. Another obstacle that they encountered was the Red Sea. Hallelujah. The Bible lets us know that Pharaoh and his army get up to them when they are facing their Red Sea. It looks like it's all over. Their backs are definitely against the wall. The Red Sea is before them. Pharaoh's army is behind them. And the mountains are on the side of them. And they began to cry out. Hallelujah. But God broke that wall down. The Bible lets us know that he tells Moses. He said, I want you to stretch out your rod. Hallelujah. We are encountered. Your wall is before you. Your high place is before you. What God is telling you, go forward. Go forward, not seeing your way, but expecting God to make a way. Go forward, not feeling good in your body, but expecting God to heal. Go forward. We can't sit here and die. God's got greater. God's got higher heights. God's got deeper depths. We've got to go forward. Woo. Hallelujah. Bible lets us know that he brought them through the Red Sea. And now you will think that's enough walls to be hidden. No, they kept on hitting walls. They ran into bitter waters, and God made a way for the waters to be sweet. Hallelujah. They needed sustenance. Well, God did was he gave them quail. God fed them with manna from on high. As a matter of fact, God gave them manna until they entered the promised land. Don't you know God won't leave you high and dry? God will provide. David said, I'm old. I have been young and now I'm old. He said, I've never seen the righteous forsaken. I've never seen his seed begging bread. It is your Father's good pleasure to give you the kingdom. God has given us all things that pertain to life and godliness. He's going to give us what we need until we reach the other side.
Yeah, right.
Hallelujah. God, he's going to give us what we need. And the Bible lets us know that he led them up out of Egypt. And he didn't lead them the most direct route. And we can glean from that also. This was a journey that was either a 4, theologians say different things. It was either a 4 or an 11-day journey. But it took 40 years. God didn't lead them the most direct route. He led them through the wilderness. He led them this way because he needed to humble them. Hallelujah. He led them this way even though millions came up out of Egypt. He knew that they were not strong. He knew their proclivity. He knew their weakness. He said, I'm leading you this way. You ain't going to deal with the Philistines because you ain't ready for that battle. Because I know if you see them coming up out of Egypt, you're going to turn and run. You're going to go back. He said, no, I'm going to lead you away when I show you your enemy. You're too far in to go back. You're going to press on you. God has concealed some things from you because you ain't ready for it.
Right.
Amen.
You ain't ready to see. Hallelujah. He wants you to be willing to press on through. So we see that God uses Moses to bring them up out of Egypt. Hallelujah. And Moses, you know, is Israel's, he was the lawgiver. And the Bible also lets us know that Joshua, hallelujah, he was very courageous. And hallelujah, God just raised him up. You look at Joshua, he was born a slave. Think about it. He was born in Egypt. And you look at how God just elevated him. And you see Moses, God uses Moses to bring the people, hallelujah, to the brink of their promise. But Moses was just the lawgiver. The law could only go so far. Joshua, whose name meant God saves. Hallelujah. So if you look at the Bible, it's full of types and shadows. Hallelujah. You look at Joshua, you see he's a type, he's a shadow of Christ. So the law of Moses, he brought them to the brink of the promise. He brought them up to the point of the Jordan River. But it took a Savior to take them in. It took a Savior to take them across. It took a Savior to take them through. So that's what God used Joshua for. And the Bible lets us know that he brings them after Moses has died. They're mourning the death of Moses. Y'all know how it is. We lose loved ones and we cry. We lose loved ones and we mourn. And that's okay. But after you cry, after you mourn, there's more territory to conquer. We've got to go forward. We've got to go deeper. We've got to go higher. Hallelujah. The Bible lets us know that the Lord comes to Joshua and he said, Moses, my servant is dead. I know you followed him. I know you saw all the signs and the wonders that I did by way of his hands. But he's dead now. It's time for you to arise and go over the Jordan. And it tells Joshua, as I was with Moses, I'm going to be with you. I want you to be courageous. I don't care what you see. I don't care what you feel. I don't care what you hear. I want you to be courageous. And I see Joshua, he goes through the camp. And it's telling people it's time for you to sanctify yourselves. Because tomorrow God's going to do something for you. It's time for you to get ready for your deliverance. It's time for you to get ready for your breakthrough. It's time for you to enter the promise. The Bible lets us know that the next day that they arise and they get ready to go over the Jordan. And hallelujah, what is noteworthy is who is in front. Hallelujah, we see the priests bearing the ark. We see the presence of God. So the minute their feet touch the brink of the river, it drives back. It wasn't the priests that caused the waters to go back. It was the presence of God. It was the power of God. The Bible lets us know that these priests, they go through and they stand in the midst of the Jordan River. And where Joshua tells them, he picks 12 men, one from each tribe. He says, I want you to go into the middle of the Jordan. And I want you to pick up 12 stones. And you're going to build right here. You're going to make a memory right here. You're going to, hallelujah, take a selfie right here. In the midst of your Jordan. In the midst of your valley. In the midst of your dilemma. He tells them, I want you to take 12 stones. And I want you to build a memorial in the place where the priest's feet stand. And not only that, I want you to carry 12 stones over. And where you're going to camp tonight, I want you to build another memorial. And I begin to look at this. And he tells them, I want you to do all this building. Because when your children ask you in the future, you're going to have to tell them what these stones mean. You're going to tell them these stones mean God brought me over. And if God did it for me, he can do it for you. These stones mean God made a way. And if he made a way for me, he can make a way for me. So they built those two memorials. One in the middle of the river. And one, hallelujah, in the place where they camped. And when I was looking at this, I began to think, I said, why in the world would they build a memorial that could not be seen? That memorial that was in the middle of the Jordan River, it couldn't be seen because the waters returned. That memorial could not be seen. And God just took me a place in the spiritual that was below the water. That was a deep place. That was a low place. What are you saying? When you reach your low place, hallelujah, look at the memorial. Hallelujah, God takes that they cross over. They cross over the Jordan River. And hallelujah, they in the promise now, y'all. I believe someone just said, we here now. We have arrived. But you can't be at ease in Zion. Hallelujah, they cross over the Jordan River. And after they cross the Jordan River, they encounter a wall. But hallelujah, this wall, you could not see it from the river. You couldn't see it from that point. They had to walk in 5 miles, hallelujah, before they saw that wall. And I began to ask God, why, Lord? God was letting me know some were ready to confront that wall. If some would have seen the wall, if some would have seen the high place from the river, maybe they wouldn't have been so eager to cross over. Some things God conceals from you until you're able. Some storms God will hold back until you're in the middle of your river. There are some sicknesses that God will keep you from going through and facing because you ain't ready to deliver, to go through. Hallelujah. Hallelujah. So we see them here. Hallelujah. They walk 5 miles into the promised land. And here they see the wall. Hallelujah. But like I just said, when you hit the wall, don't throw in the towel. When you hit the wall, you ain't going back. The memorial is behind you. And that memorial, it was a sign, it was a symbol to let them know, oh my God, he specializes. He's able to do it. Hallelujah. I got to trust him. And the Bible lets us know, hallelujah, that they encountered this wall. And I began to look at this wall. And this wall, it was 25 feet high. Oh, it's a high wall. Hallelujah. This wall was 20 feet wide. This wall was so wide that chariots rolled upon the wall. Hallelujah. This wall was so wide that the Rahab the harlot's house was built on this wall. This wall was so high that soldiers stood there. Hallelujah. You couldn't sneak up on this place because they were strategic. They had a good strategic position in terms of war. When you look at it, the Canaanites considered Jericho to be invincible. And I began to study this, and I said there are some places in our lives that we all consider to be invincible. You might not say it with your mouth, but there are some battles, there are some sicknesses that you consider in your mind to be a death sentence. You consider, you look at some situations and you say, I know God, he ain't gonna bring me through this, but I want you to know God is challenging you. Hallelujah. To shout in the face of your high because he's able to bring it down. So they were here, they were facing this wall. And hallelujah, Joshua tells them, now you see what it looks like. Hallelujah. It's time to walk around it because it's coming down. The Bible lets us know that they walk around the wall for 7 days. And 7 is God's complete number. It's a number for completion. Hallelujah. They were ready to go on until this level was complete. There are some things that God is working out of you on this level to prepare you for the next level because you ain't ready just yet. The Bible lets us know that they walk around the walls of the city for 6 days. They walk around the city, and hallelujah, I begin to think of what Joshua tells them. You look at it, the men of war, they didn't lead the way. It was a priest in the ark. It was God's presence. He was letting them know it's not that kind of battle. It's not by might, not by power, He ain't got that power. What the devil has is what we give him. The devil knows that we're on the brink of giving up because we said it. The devil knows that we think the load is much too much to bear because we said it. The devil knows who we having a problem with because we said it. Hallelujah. We have given the devil all the munition that he needs to fire at us. Hallelujah. Keep your mouth shut. I know you're in your low place. I know you're facing your wall. But keep your mouth shut. As they're walking around the wall. Hallelujah. You know folk. Some folk have talked themselves out of relationships. Talk themselves out of jobs. Talk themselves out of homes. Talk themselves out of cars. Keep your mouth shut and let God work. Hallelujah. The Bible says that they walk around the walls of the city. And Joshua tells them, he said, don't say a word. Hallelujah. The only time you're going to be free to make a noise is after you hear the trumpet. And hallelujah. Thank you, Lord. The Bible says that they walk around. Hallelujah. I believe, I know that some of them were struggling with their faith. Hallelujah. This wall is much too high to get over. There's no way we can go under it. There's definitely no way we can go around it. But keep your mouth shut. Hallelujah. Say, Lord, I trust you. Lord, I trust you. I don't see my way. But Lord, I trust you. And we are encountered. We're facing our walls. We're facing some sicknesses that we never thought we had to deal with. We're facing some losses that we never have to deal with. Hallelujah. We're facing problems on our jobs we never thought we'd have to deal with. We're even facing some problems in the building, in the house of God that we never thought we'd have to deal with. But what God is saying is keep your mouth shut because there's going to come a time when you're going to need to shout. And I'm going to bring your high place. Whatever your high place is, whatever your storm is, whatever your valley is, God is telling you, I'm about to bring it down. Prepare yourself because the time tomorrow, God is going to bring down your high place. God is going to shake up the foundation of whatever your problem is. God is going to restore joy. He's going to restore peace by the time tomorrow. Hold on. Bible lets us know that they march around the city. On the seventh day, they march around the city 7 times. And hallelujah, we hear Joshua. There are 7 priests and there are 7 ram's horns. And I began to think about that. What is the significance of blowing this trumpet? And I began to look in Deuteronomy, and it made it plain that when this trumpet was blown, it was to remind them of what God said. I will defeat your enemies. God said, I'll fight for you. God had told them, no man will be able to stand before them. Hallelujah. So they march around the city 7 times with their mouth shut. Hallelujah. I'm going through, y'all. Whatever it is, I'm going through it. The world ain't got to know about it. But I'm going through it between me and my God. But I am going through. And they march around that city for some seem to be. What